Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
No volume whatsoever. Much better. Welcome. One more time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another great episode of FCC. I am your host, Coach, and we are here for fantasy season. Absolutely. We have a few weeks left, and we are ready for week 1. I can't believe it. We are well into August. You know what I'm saying? We have preseason games coming up. It's very important to watch preseason, okay? Don't worry about a Hall of Fame game, okay? If you guys over here impressed about Carson Beck throwing passes in the Hall of Fame game with a bunch of 4 5s and some 6 peoples, don't be impressed about that. Again, the Hall of Fame game, it's nothing. It's literally a bunch of 5. These are people who are not making the team. Nobody in the Hall of Fame game makes the NFL roster. Remember that, okay? So with that being said, we have preseasons coming up. So these preseason games we do need to pay more attention to as it pertains to we need to look at these rookies and see if they get reps in preseason games. If they do, that just votes well to know what kind of snap count they could possibly have going into the regular season. We probably won't see any starting quarterbacks, any starters probably until about week 3. So the first 2 weeks, we're going to get a lot of 4s, 5s, and 3 players. So basically, anybody that's 3rd, 4th, and 5th string, they're going to get all the reps in the preseason games. However, what we're looking for are those 3rd stringers, those 4th stringers, some guys that could possibly make the practice squad come later. Why is this important? Well, guys, no matter what happens in the football, fantasy's got to keep going. How many of y'all went and got Joe Flacco off the practice squad when I needed him? You see my point? We always got to look at everybody. We can't just look at everybody that's in our 1 and our 2 and our flex and in our bench. Somebody's got to come off that waiver wire sooner or later. So we got to understand all players who make the team. We're looking at all players that make the team. We could have a team like the Minnesota Vikings that have running backs. I could care less about any one of the running backs, right? However, through training camp, through preseason, we got some guy emerging who looks like he can handle the rock, right? He's getting reps in preseason, which means he's going to get certain reps in regular season. Is that somebody you want to grab? Probably not yet. You want to see more consistency out of him. But however, every time we see him touch the ball, he's making explosive plays. That bodes well for him. And look, sometimes fantasy isn't about right now. It isn't even about this season. We could have been looking at that guy going into next season. Okay, we got our roster set. We got our benches set. We got to keep that mind churning for what's to come next. Because fantasy season, your fantasy season can end if you go on a 7-game losing streak. You're done. There's no coming back from that. No coming back. You lost too many games already. So let's look about next year. You could have had the best draft. 3-year starter out with injury. What you gonna do? We weren't paying attention to none of these stringers in preseason. So preseason football is very important. Not to see who wins or loses the game. We don't give a damn about preseason score. That score absolutely means nothing. We are looking at consistency. We are looking at snap counts. We are looking at just everything that pertains to how these players can end up on our roster in fantasy football. That's what we're looking at. So preseason is very important when we're looking at personnel and what they can potentially do for our fantasy team. Outside of that, no drafting should be done until after the week 3 preseason game, okay? Week 3 preseason game, bye week, that's draft day. That whole week you can draft. And then we go into week 1. Simple as that, right? All right. So now as it pertains to fantasy, I've had to make a couple of changes to my roster. So as we all know, Ricky Purcell, if that's how you pronounce his name, will not be playing football this year. I did have him ranked, I think, in the top. Did I have him in the top 50? I have him in the top 100, I believe. Let me see. But I took him out. He has been replaced with Jacoby Myers. Yeah, he's been replaced with Jacoby Myers. I have Jacoby Myers at, which we'll go over here in just a moment. So real quick, it's a lot of names we got to go through. It's a lot of names real quick. But we are about to go through the first 100 because if you missed it, you weren't here for those rankings, that is okay. I'm about to give you guys the first 100 people, and then we'll break into the next 100 people. Let's see. My draft is September 5th. Having it as late as possible. That's fine. That's fine. If you can have it the very last day, do that. At least you know everybody that's available ain't hurt until they play week 1. Why is my phone just turning on like that? Technology is getting too scary. Anyway, let's see. All right, so our first 100 players. Oh, real quick, before we get into our rankings, we do have some. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we do have lots of NFL news and updates to discuss. So we're not going to use that. All right, so Quentin Johnston has been paid by the Dallas Cowboys on a 3-year. Let me see. How much did he get paid? He got a nice substantial contract for a 3-year contract. Where are you? All right, so $105 million, 3 years. Not too bad about the contract. I like it. We have Teddy Bridgewater has officially announced his retirement from the NFL. I really wish more could have came out of Teddy Bridgewater. I know a lot of it wasn't his fault. Injuries just, took over his career, and it's very unfortunate. Excuse me. But we wish him well on his future. Let's see. Jahmyr Gibbs has gotten his contract. What is it? 4 years? Let's see. Here it is. Where's the contract information? There we go. All right, so he's got 3 years, $67.5 million. You got Jonathan Taylor. He got 2 years worth $44 million. And Bijan Robinson got 3 years, $75 million. All of them got $22 million a year. That's it. The financial stability of a running back, as it pertains to where they used to be, is horrible. Like, none of them got paid. They got money. None of them got paid. None of them got protected if they got hurt. None of them. I don't see no guaranteed dollars anywhere. Whereas you have the Ravens receiver. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. Where is he? Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers received $140 million on a 4-year contract with $108 million guaranteed. Listen, I don't like that contract. I don't agree with that contract. I watched Zay Flowers play some football, And I'm going to tell you right now, Zay Flowers is no Drake London. Zay Flowers is no Jamar Chase. He is no T. Higgins. He's the number 2 guy. He is no I'm having a break for Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is no Jettas. He is the list. He's no Puka Nacua. He's no Jackson Smith Enigma. The list can go on, bro. Like, I don't understand this contract at all. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I don't think it's deserving. He's gotten paid higher than receivers that play 10 times better than him. I don't think Zay Flowers has even cracked 1,500 receiving yards. I think he stays at like 12, 13. For me, I don't agree with the contract. I don't get it. I don't think he's that type of player to get that kind of money. But Ravens gonna pay that guy. That's their guy. He's been consistent in their way of football, I'm assuming. All I can do is assume why he would get a contract so big, because we don't play like that. So. Let's see what else. Kenneth Walker III is fighting with his teammates throughout training camp. I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully that gets a little bit more under control. Patrick Mahomes is looking good. He has no brace on his leg. He's running free. It's going to be a good season. I'm excited. All right. Aaron Rodgers is out here practicing with the defense. I love stuff like that. All he's doing is just giving himself more visual ways to beat a defense. But I like the fact that he is in training camp. He's having fun with his guys. This is his last year. He's going to go out here. He's going to rock and roll and ball out. So kudos to that. It looks like Daniel Jones should be set to play week 1. Coach should basically have Pierce as well. And they got Anthony Richardson starting quarterback on Thursday. Yeah, he will not play any preseason. Daniel Jones isn't playing any preseason game. They're going to get him ready for week 1. All right, so with that being said, let us go ahead and jump right into our pre-rankings. So not pre-rankings, our fantasy rankings. So we're going to go back over the 100 players that have already been ranked, and then we are going to go into the next 100. Long day. All right, so at number 1, we have Jahmyr Gibbs. At number 2, Bijan Robinson. At number 3, Jamar Chase. Number 4, Jackson Smith Enigma. Number 5, Puka Nacua. At number 6, Jonathan Taylor. Number 7, Amon-Ra St. Brown. At number 8, Christian McCaffrey. Number 9, Justin Jefferson. At number 10, Drake London. At number 11, CeeDee Lamb. And speaking of Justin Jefferson, as it's been announced, Kyler Murray will be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. I find that not funny. I find that insulting to J.J. McCarthy. However, that's if you were a J.J. McCarthy fan. I'm not. I told y'all that boy wasn't good at football. I told you that boy played scary football. I told y'all he wasn't even the reason they won the national championship in college. He has no attributes to help you win a football game. I'm so sorry. So they brought in a guy that they paid for 1 year to come in and take the spot of the guy you drafted for your future. Anybody else seen the Minnesota joke? Yeah. Okay. So Kyler Murray, he'll give you guys something for about a good 5-6 weeks. Why? There's no film on Kyler Murray with the Vikings. It's almost kind of like it's brand new. And if he very well flourishes in this offense, we could quite possibly get maybe good 10 weeks out of Minnesota. Not 10 wins, 10 good weeks. We'll see. Call of Duty comes out in November. You know how Kyler Murray gets. So we'll see how all that plays out. But as it pertains, Justin Jefferson will be having the ball thrown to him by Kyler Murray. All right, so next we have, where you at? All right, so number 10, Drake London. Number 11, CeeDee Lamb. Number 12, James Cook. Number 13, Ashton Jeanty. At number 14, Amarion Hampton. At number 15, A.J. Brown. Number 16, Nico Collins. Number 17, George Pickens. Number 18, Chase Brown. Number 19, Rashee Rice. Number 20, Devon Achane. Number 21, Trey McBride. Number 22, Brock Bowers. Number 23, Chris Olave. Number 24, Josh Allen. Number 25, Saquon Barkley. Number 26, Devontae Smith. Number 27, Zay Flowers. Number 28, Lamar Jackson. Number 29, Kenneth Walker III. Number 30, Terrell McMillan. 31, Garrett Wilson, ranked at 32, T. Higgins. 33, Emeka Mbuka. 34, Jalen Waddle. 35, Kyron Williams. At 36, Drake May. 37, Javonte Williams. 38, Brees Hall. 39, Mike Evans. At 40, Derrick Henry. 41, Joe Burrow. 42, Devontae Adams. 43, Travis Etienne. At 44, Josh Jacobs. 45, Jamison Williams. 46, Tyler Warren. 47, DJ Moore. 48, Luther Burden III. 49, Bucky Irving. And at 50, we have David Montgomery with the Houston Texans. So those are our first 50 ranked players for the FCC 2016 Fantasy Football Draft. All right. Now, let us go into our next 50 real quick. We have Ladd McConkey at 51, Patrick Mahomes at 52, Jaden Daniels at 53, Colston Loveland at 54, Terry McLaurin at 55, Jalen Hurst at 56, Travion Henderson at 57, Quinshawn Judikins at 58, 59, Caleb Williams, 60, DeAndre Swift, 61. I think DeAndre Swift will be splitting reps with the rookie running back. Let me go see something real quick. Let me go check on some news real quick. Where we at? No, I think Kyle Mahogany is going to end up winning. I think he's going to end up winning the role. I think he's going to end up winning it. I said rookie. Sorry, he should be. This is second year. I think he's going to end up winning that role. I think. Yeah, I'm thinking. No, not you. I think DeAndre Swift is going to be the backup running back. He will be a good handcuff, though. He will be a good handcuff. All right, 61, Christian Watson. At 62, Romo Dunes. At 63, Justin Herbert. 64, Bayshoot Tootin. 65, Marvin Harrison Jr. 66, Dak Prescott. At 67, Cortland Sutton. 68, Brian Thomas Jr. 69, Michael Pittman Jr. At 70, Jalen Warren. At 71, Harold Fannin Jr. At 72, Trevor Lawrence. 73, Tucker Kraft. At 74, Chris Godwin Jr. At 75, DK Metcalf. I do have DK Metcalf ranked lower than his new counterpart, Michael Pittman Jr. I think DK will stay at the number one, but I think Michael Pittman Jr. will have easier passes thrown by Aaron Rodgers because he's going to have one-on-one. And I'm telling you right now, Michael Pittman, one-on-one, that dude is a number one receiver. You understand what I'm telling you? Okay, and he might be playing the two over here. And he's basically being a T. Higgins, and he's going to eat for Aaron Rodgers. I'm taking Michael Pittman Jr. over DK Metcalf in draft. All right, DK Metcalf at 75, 76 is Alec Pierce, 77, Ramondre Stevenson. I still think that the Patriots are going to utilize both running backs. So if you're a Travion Henderson owner, he should not be your first running back off the board. I'm telling you that now. He should not be your number one. You may have to get him and miss out on Ramondre Stevenson or vice versa. But I don't think you're going to be able to get one as a handcuff just because of how close they are in the draft, like basically in where they're getting drafted between each other. So I personally would take one over because we got Henderson at 57, and then you got Ramondre Stevenson 20 spots later at 77. So that would not be a good handcuff unless Ramondre falls, basically to the waiver wire. And then, if you got somebody on the team you can drop and grab, then that way you can handcuff. But I don't think you're going to be able to handcuff in the draft. It's going to be one or the other. 78, Sam Laporta. I believe Sam Laporta is going to get more targets thrown to him this year, especially in the red zone. Tony Pollard at 79. 80 is Jadarian Price. 81, Kyle Pitts Jr. Sr. 82, Parker Washington. 83, Chuba Hubbard. 84, Rico Dow. 85, Wandale Robinson. 86, Michael Wilson. 87, RJ Harvey. 88, Jackson Dart. 89, Brock Purdy. 90, Josh Downs. 91, Travis Kelce. 92, Bo Nix. 93. Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't. It was Parcells for Travis Kelce. So Travis Kelce, I was going to have coming in the later rounds. However, with Pierce being gone, we're going to move Travis Kelce up, as well as, I don't know, we might not move Jordan Kittle up just yet, because they still got a lot of receivers over there. All right, let's see. So Travis Kelce at 91, 92, Bo Nix, 93, Matthew Stafford, 94, Dallas Goedert, at 95, Blake Corum, 96, Drake Ferguson, at 97, Quentin Johnston, at 98, Kenny Gainwell, at 99, Jared Goff, and at 100, Kyle Mahogany. So yes, Kyle Mahogany is ranked lower than I think we're gonna flop that. We are going to make, this is what we're gonna do. Swift. No, we're gonna leave it alone. Right now we're gonna leave it alone. I still like Kyle Mahogany over Swift. Right now we're gonna leave it alone. Kyle Mahogany at 100. All right, so those are the first 100 players ranked. All right, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to go over players 101 to 200. So I'll take a little bit more time with these players, 1 through 100. We've gone through for the last two shows, so that's why I kind of just breezed through those real quick. But when we do come back, we are going to get into player rankings 101 through 200. So quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Han.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we live in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome back. All right, before we get started, Niori, let's see. We doing questions after the rankings? Absolutely. If you got questions, absolutely. Please, by all means, give me your questions so I can help you. Again, this is draft season, baby. We ready. Let's see. Still mulling over my pick at first round, 11th pick. Was this a 12-man or 14-man league? I can't remember. Doing tons of mocks, and Jetta keeps falling for me. But I want to do double running back. What should I do? The reason why Jettas keeps falling to you in mock drafts is because even the mock drafts do not have the confidence that we don't have in Kyler Murray or JJ McCarthy. So this is why Jettas is falling to the second, third round in drafts. And I still will take it. Not with my first pick. No, if you're at pick 11, if you're in a 12-man league at pick 11, I'm going Christian McCaffrey if he's available. And I'm going to leap and pull. Let me see. Where's my list? All right, so pick 11, right? Because down here it's Justin Jefferson, Drake London, and CeeDee Lamb, 9, 10, 11. You got James Cook you can take. You got Ashton Genty you can take for running back. If he's still available in the first round, either Jonathan Taylor or Christian McCaffrey, maybe. So I would do Christian McCaffrey and maybe Ashton Genty or Christian McCaffrey and James Cook. Or just go down since you're already at 11. Go James Cook, Ashton Genty, James Cook, Chase Brown. Or If you're feeling ballsy, one of those picks, he's gonna be the starting running back. 12 team full PPR. So look, let's see. The pools are James Cook, A-Chain, Hampton, Genty, Saquon, and Chase Brown. Saquon, I would take Saquon in that realm of 11. I have him dropped. I think I have him like 20, but you can grab him in the first round if it's in the 12 team. Who else can you take there? Kenneth Walker III. His quarterback is back. They have a running back in him. I'm taking him. Personally, first round, 2 picks. If I could get James Cook and Kenneth Walker III, I think I'm happy. I think I'm taking over because my third running back is going to be one of these rookies. Or if I'm feeling good and going running back, I'm stealing Kyron Williams off the board. At that point, I don't care what the order is. I'm okay. Right here. Look at mine. Cameron, okay, look at mine. We do not draft in fantasy football by way of order. If you do that, you're going to lose just about every week. We draft in fantasy football who the hell we want on our team. If that player isn't available, we must have the knowledgeable research to know what player can replace or take said spot. Meaning, if a receiver is lower, but you know the potential and the not even the potential, you know the ADP for this player is going to be high based off who he is. I give you a prime example, right? Darnell Mooney went to Atlanta. Everybody said, what? You know who else went to Atlanta that year? Kirk Cousins. You know what I said? What? So who was on my radar the whole time? Darnell Mooney. Who did nobody want to touch? Darnell Mooney. Who did I get late in the draft? Darnell Mooney. You don't draft by order. You draft by your knowledge and what you know and the fact that it's the player, you got to take him. Because if you don't take that player, somebody else is going to take that player. Now, the only order in the draft I prefer to say you need to have, my personal opinion, running back. We always start with running back. Okay, let's check this out. This is why we start with running back. Here goes the first few. Number 1, Jahmyr Gibbs. Number 2, Bijan Robinson. Then you go all the way to 6, Jonathan Taylor. Then you go to 8, Christian McCaffrey. And then it's 12, James Cook. 13, Ashton Genty. 14, Chase Brown at 18. You get what I'm saying? So if you're in a 18 league, right? Jahmyr Gibbs is gone. Bijan Robinson is gone. Jonathan Taylor is gone. James Cook is gone. Christian McCaffrey is gone. That's 5 running backs right there in an 18 league. That's 5 already gone. So if you're in a 14-team league, you better hope somebody's ready to draft receiver, or your running backs are going to be pretty ass. I mean, there are not that many running backs in the league right now. So if you have to steal somebody, you're going to have to go get them, okay? Again, I get where they ranked Kyron Williams, but he's the number 1 running back for the Los Angeles Rams. He's got to get the rock. He's going to get the yards. He's going to get the touchdown. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. I can get my nose cooked straight. All right. Allergies. Anyway. So let's see. I'm really leaning James Cook, Genty with Chase Brown, but Hampton looks so attractive. So he looks attractive. And that's why I said his name and I stopped saying his name. The Chargers worry me. They worry me. All their pieces look good. They look shiny. They look like I can't wait to go out there and see what they do. And then they don't do nothing. Like that division, okay. As shiny as that team looks, right? They got to go up against Patrick Mahomes and his return. He's angry. He missed football last year. If you know football, you know how players get when they miss a season or half of a season. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is on a mission. Then you got Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos and they're pissed after a 14-3 season and losing to the Patriots the way they did in the cold. It was not good for them. Let's see who else is in that division. Oh, we got the Raiders, who are look. It's that push, right? Here's the issue: if the Raiders have a better season than the Chargers, Mario Hampton is going to be dog water. Because what are the Chargers going to do when that score says 14-7 in the second quarter? They're going to throw the ball everywhere. Oh no, we're down. They're going to abandon the run. That's what they do. Doesn't matter. As soon as the lead gets taken, they're going to abandon the run. So, Mario Hampton is more so. If I'm in the draft and that's what's left for me, like, oh no, like, I mean, I got to take him. You need a running back. Hopefully, you might just skip him and go lower and get somebody, go to another round and get somebody else. I don't know. I'm not big. I mean, they got the Joker. They got Njoku. Okay, they got David Njoku from the Browns. He's a Charger now. I can't get excited. It looks shiny. We know what he can do on the football field. And we also know who gives up on the football field. Dr. Herbert. I mean, we're in training camp, and when everybody, I get it. We're having a good time. Justin Herbert crawling on the ground is not what I want to see. You want to know why? Because he's always on the ground. Him or the ball. Not what I want to see. Let's see. I think I'm just figuring out what my backup plan is if James is taken already. Now, look, they're doing a lot of talks of the Bills at training camp right now. So what I'm going to tell you is James Cook is going to be on everybody's radar. James Cook, DJ Moore. We already know Josh Allen is gone. But James Cook and DJ Moore are going to be on people's radar because they're force-feeding them on NFL Network. Okay, for training camp. So it's just the fact that that's what we're going to see. We're going to like it. It looks good. Look at this, DJ Moore. DJ Moore. He might be a steal of the draft too. All right. Let us now get into. Can you come with your questions if you have any? Let's get into our next 100 people. So we got 101 to 200. All right. So at 101, we have Jaden Reed from the Green Bay Packers. I do think he's going to have a better year this year as long as he stays healthy. Jaden Reed is always going to be a great number 2 receiver for you on your fantasy team, even a flex option for your fantasy team if you've got a pretty good roster. His issue is staying healthy. That's literally his only problem. He can catch the ball. He can run the routes. He's really good for the Packers. His issue is his durability. If he can stay healthy, we got ourselves a receiver. And they got themselves a good spot of taking this division because I believe this division, unless Kyler Murray just come out here and start running around in circles with that magic ball and take over, outside of that, I have this division being fought for by the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. But Packers need all their weapons in order to fight. All right, at I ranked at 102, we have Jacoby Myers. I believe Jacoby Myers is another good receiver for this draft. He is going to have another stellar year, or he's going to have a stellar year. Kirk Cousins is why. Kirk Cousins is why. Kirk Cousins is why. Did you guys not see what he was doing with Drake London? Come on, guys. Kirk Cousins is the reason. Now, is he the be-all, end-all for this team? No. That's why they have Fernando Mendoza, who just gave one of the best training camp interviews I have ever seen in my life. I can't wait for this kid to get on the field, and I don't want him on the field until next year. So, with that being said, Jacoby Myers should have a really decent year. I would say about a 1,200 receiving yard year with Kirk Cousins. George Kittle at 103. So, that is what it was. We did move up George Kittle in rankings. Why? Parcells is gone. What do we know about the 49ers? The minute one receiver dies, George Kittle is the guy. So we got George Kittle ranked at 103. At 104, Baker Mayfield. At 105, Jacory Brissett-Merritt. I hope he does have a better year this year running the football. They got Stephon Diggs to help in the receiving core. I'm not going to bash that. Look, but they need a job. They need a receiver. I actually like the fit, to be quite honest with you. I'm not saying it could be a playoff fit, by the way. It could be a playoff. It's not a Super Bowl run. But Washington, again, I have this division being won by Washington or the Cowboys, and both of them look like they're ready to go. Eagles look good too. I like their training camp. I love the camaraderie that the Eagles are doing. They're coming together. Here's the problem with the Eagles. They don't have a healthy wide receiver. Mekhi Lemons is hurt, dealing with a hammy, and so is Devontae Smith. So they're dealing. I don't even have Lemons ranked yet. I have Devontae ranked, but I don't even have Lemons ranked. One, he's a rookie, and I dropped my rookie. I dropped all my rookies down rankings because there's just no way you should be taking a rookie that early because he's not gonna be give you what you want at the value that you drafted him for. Rookies normally don't even go off to about week 8. So why would you waste any one of your first 5 picks on somebody that's not playing or getting the reps that you want for the first 8 weeks of football? That makes absolutely no sense. Okay, I am not ESPN. I am not here to screw you over. All right, at 106 we have Jordan Love. At 107, Stephon Diggs. Now I did bump Stephon Diggs all the way up because yes, he is going to be the number 2 wide receiver for this team. So he is going to be seeing a lot of one-on-one coverage. Stephon Diggs is going to get open. This team is going to do great things as long as he can stay healthy at his age, as long as he ain't got no legal issues coming forward for the team. I believe Washington did a good thing with signing Stephon Diggs as a veteran receiver. 108, Romeo Doubs. At 109, Carnell Tate. I have seen a lot from Carnell Tate in camp right now that, yes, I have him at 109. He is going to be, I would say, if you can get him, he'd probably be your 3rd receiver, depending on where you are in the draft. So that's a flex option, or maybe even on the bench, depending on what you got. He might even fall. So if he falls to you at the right spot, I absolutely take him. But I think he's going to be a great receiver for the Titans. Jordan Tyson at 110, 111, Jonathan Brooks. At 112, we have Rashad White. At 113, we do have Jordan Addison. Why do I have Jordan Addison? We all know I don't like Jordan Addison. But one-on-one coverage is one-on-one coverage. And that's what he's going to see with his new quarterback, Kyler Murray. Dalton Kincaid at Buffalo. He is at 114. Aaron Jones. Again, I do not like Aaron Jones. He's another one I don't care for. But with Kyler Murray, what do we know he can do? Dump the ball off. What does Aaron Jones like to do when he gets the ball up to him? Run. He's one of the best running backs in open space. That I do attest to. He is one of the. Aaron Jones is still one of the best open space running backs, meaning catching that ball, turning upfield, catching it in open spaces infield, getting your quarterback out of harm's way. Aaron Jones is still one of the best running backs. I don't like Aaron Jones because outside of that, he can't run the ball. He can't go up the numbers. He can't do nothing for you in the red zone outside of catch. This is my issue. So, but with the addition of their quarterback, and like I said, no film on Kyler Murray with this team. The first 8 to 10 weeks could look pretty well for this team before it starts to get a little rough for him. You see, I thought I was gonna beat up on Kyler Murray. I still don't like him, but I know football. And again, if you ain't got no film on somebody, you can't necessarily design anything to stop them. You kind of got to come in with basic plays, certain attack plays. But again, Kyler Murray is very good in the open, running around. So if you don't have a way to designly stop him, he's gonna turn you. He's gonna tear you a new boogie. All right, Jeremiah Love at 116. I would like to have him higher. I do not like the team he's with. This is why I have him where he's at. He's with 4 other running backs. He's to me, he outside of James Conner, he's aged. He's the better running back of the 4. I even think he's better than Tyler Algier. But there's too many running backs back there, and they're keeping all of them right now. So I have him low, which is good for you all. If you plan on drafting him, you know where you can get him. This looks like the 6th round. Maybe even drops to 7. Let's see. At 117, we have Khalil Shakir. At 118, we have Isaiah Likely. He is the new Giants tight end. Again, that's why I have Jackson Dart ranks up so high because he has a lot of weapons. And he's going to utilize all of them. They got Isaiah Likely so that Jackson Dart doesn't have to score with his legs in the red zone. It's huge. So it's hot as heck in Miami, and I got the air on and 2 fans on, but nothing else will matter. All right. All right. So at number 119, we have Jaden Higgins. At 120, Tyler Shook. I thought it was Tyler Shaw because of the GH. I didn't know GH meant. So apparently his name is Tyler Shook. I'm excited for the kid, though. I do hope New Orleans has a wonderful year this year. I love the fact that Alvin Kamara could have left. You know that, right? Everybody knows he could have went and just walked away happy. New Orleans would have thought no less of this man for everything that he gave to this team. Okay, he stayed, took whatever contract they offered him. He stayed with this team. He likes this quarterback. I'm telling you that right now. These are the things you guys got to know the innards of, right? We all know Alvin Kamara. We all know the type of running back Alvin Kamara is and what he can damagingly do on the football field. We also know he hasn't had the ability to do that as of late due to lack of quarterback. Now, I've always stated, if you ain't a quarterback that's like Drew Brees, there's a certain way Drew Brees knew how to get him the ball. It worked every time. They were great together. He was one of the best running backs in the NFL. Anytime he got hurt, anytime Drew Brees got hurt, the backup had to come in. That backup leaned on who? I can't remember his name. I love. He was the old Raiders running back when David Carr was playing, but I can't think of his name right now. But he was amazing when the backup quarterback came in because that backup quarterback ain't doing what Drew Brees is doing with Alvin Kamara. He needed that ball to go up the hole, and that's what the other running back was for. So once I felt that he was going to get him a quarterback that he liked, he would get back into fold. He is going to do that this year. Alvin Kamara is probably going to be one of the bigger steals in the draft this year because of Tyler Shook and that offense that they are building over there. So I'm very, very excited to see what they do. Tyrone Tracy with the New York Giants at 121. I mean, I'm happy ranked high because they don't have another running back. Scatterbo, I'm not going with Scatterbo. I'm so sorry. I'm just not doing it. You're doing backflips after you ruptured your crap last year and you fall on your backflip. And then you come in the press conference and you say, yeah, I probably won't do that again. Yeah, you will. You can't even give a straight answer. No, it was dumb of me. I can't even believe I even activated such ignorance. But no, you didn't say that. You said I probably won't be doing that again. You making a joke out of it. No, thank you. I don't want no parts of it. All right, Xavier Worthy at 122. Mark Andrews at 123. He's still Baltimore's top target. You know what I mean? So I just believe that they did pay Zay Flowers all that money, so he's going to get more of the heavier targets, which is fine. That leaves Mark Andrews open more one-on-one. Matthew Golden at 124. Woody Marks at 125. Tyler Algier at 126. Sam Darnold at 127. CJ Stroud at 128. KC Conception at 129. Debo Samuels at 130. I do like the fact that he went back to the 49ers, to went back home. It just helps with the team, especially since they just lost Parcel. So this helps very well. At 131, we have Zach Cabernet. I have Zach Cabernet ranked very low as the reason. It's the fact that I think he's going to get hurt this year. I do. I think he's going to get hurt this year. All Seattle running backs get hurt. I don't know why. It's like a Seattle running back curse, but I just have a feeling he's going to get hurt this year. He'll play good football, a good amount of football, but I do believe 730 yards last year. I think that's what we're looking at again this year. I do. I don't think Seattle's making it to the playoffs. And if they do, they're getting bumped out in the first round. Rashid Shaheed at 132. Jawan Johnson at 133. I like his quarterback. I hate him, but I like his quarterback. And I think he's just going to get the ball more this year. He had 889 yards. That was the most he's ever had as a Saint. Let's see. Tajay Spears at 134. Let's see. Alvin Kamara at 135. Now I have Mekhi Lemon at 136. Jordan Mason at 137. 138, we have Cam Ward. 139, Brenton Strange. 140, Chig Uncle Knuckle. I don't know how to say that dude's name, but he went to Washington. I like that. He was at Tennessee. Now he's at Washington. He's a big tight end. That's really good for Washington. Washington beefing up this offense. I like it. All right, so he is going to be a good pick for tight end, I believe so. Isaiah Pacheco at 141. However, he is not going to be playing at all in camp this He's basically out for camp. He is the buzz there to change the pace back. So we'll see what happens when the season starts. I think Gibbs just needs to go ahead and carry the ball off everything. Daniel Jones at 142. Jawan Jennings at 143. 144, Denzel Boston at 145. Keaton Mitchell. 146, we have Jerry Jeudy. 147, Hunter Henry. 148, we have Bryce Young. 149, we have Omar Cooper. All right. Now we're going to get into the last 50. Let's see something here. I had the Houston Texas defense in there. I got to take that out and put somebody else in there. But we're skipping that one and we'll just add another name. Because I'm not ranking no defenses right now. You crazy? That was a mistake. All right. Let's see. Where we at? All right, 150, we have Tank Bigsby. At 151, we have Trey Tucker. 152, we have Jalen McMillan. At 153, we have Brian Robinson Jr. At 154, we have Adonai Mitchell. At 155, we have Kyler Murray. At 156, we have Jalen Carter. 157, we have Chris Rodriguez. At 158, we have Rashid Shaheed. 159, we have Dylan Sampson. At 160, we have Malik Willis from Miami. At 161, we have Jonah Coleman. 162, Travis Hunter. At 163, we have Dalton Schultz. He fell off to me. At 164, we have Odande Gatson. At 165, Zayshawn Striblings. 166, Trey Harris. 167, Braylon Allen. At 167 or 168, Ryan Flowerny. At 169, TJ Hawkinson. At 170, Jacoby Brissett. 171, Brandon Aubrey. 172, Ray Davis. Ranked at 173, Kamani Vidal. 174, Jalen Naylor. At 175, Kayshawn Booty. 176, Emmett Johnson. At 177, James Conner. 178, Sean Tucker. Ranked at 179, Devontavian Wicks. I'm just calling him John Wick. At 180, Calvin Ridley. 181, Cameron Dicker. At 182, Malik Washington. At 183, AJ Burner. 184, Troy Franklin. At 185, 184, Troy Franklin. 185, Cam Little. 186, Jalen Noel. At 187, Pat Bryant. At 189, Jason Myers. Yes, we need kickers, guys. At 186, 187, Pat Bryant. 188, Jason Myers. 189, Darnell Mooney. 190, Kenyon Sadiq. 191, Isaac Tesla. 192, Emmanuel Wilson. 193, Mike Washington. 194, Eddie Pinero. 195, Jalen Naylor. Twice. Yeah, why are you here twice? Take you out. I need two more names. Take you out too. So 196 is going to be Cage. I already have you two. Sorry, all y'all. All right, so I need to find the last. Where we at? It was late. Where was Eddie Pinero? Because I felt like I did all of them all over again. Let's see where we at. Yeah, it was late at night, so I have to go back and fix some of these names. So that's fine. We stop there. We still got a lot of names done. That way we can get to some questions. All right, so what we got? If James Cook is gone, should I take Genty or Chase Brown? And if Jettis is available at 2-2, do I take a chance? If Jettis is available in the second round, like if you can go running back, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you end up going running back, you're not getting Jettis. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He won't be available because for him to be, he would have to drop 40 plus people in a 12-team league for you to get him after getting running back. So I don't see that happening at all. He'll probably go right after you pick. If you pick a running back first, whoever's at 12, they're probably going to take him if he's not gone already. Because the person at 12, you can get him at 12 and then pick somebody else, or you can pick somebody else and get Justin Jefferson on the turnaround. Now, if on the turnaround he's available and you're at one running back, yes, you have to make a decision. Do I take a second running back or do I take Justin Jefferson? That is the decision you will have to make. You're not gonna get him with two running backs. That is quite impossible. All right. So with that being said, if I don't have any more questions, here we go. Let's see. I'm thinking of going running back. As you should. Look, the running backs are very slim to none. You're gonna have to steal one. You're gonna grab the one you want, and you're gonna steal another one. And then from there, you got the choice to go third because if depending on where your draft goes, you might be lucky enough to grab 3 running backs in this draft. Your receivers are all going to be second stringers, meaning like you don't need a number one receiver on your team. You don't want anyone on your team that's getting double covered anyway. So for me, I'm looking at a Jalen Reed. I'm looking at a Jordan Addison. I'm looking at that's for my number one receiver. So I'm looking at receivers in that caliber. If I'm able to go 3 running backs in a row, we are loaded. Exactly, the receivers are loaded in rounds 3 and 4. You are absolutely correct. They are littered everywhere. Devontae Adams. What's his name? Let me let's go look. There's literally a whole slew of nothing but receivers. Romeo Dobbs, Stephon Diggs, Jordan Tyson, Jordan Addison, Khalil Shakir. Let's see. Xavier Worthy, Matthew Golden, Debo Samuels, Rashid Shaheed, Makai Lemon. Who am I missing in this area? Rashid Shaheed. And that's receivers, not even mentioning any of the tight ends, just receivers. So yeah, for me, going running back. You got Breece Hall, you got Derrick Henry, you got Travis Etienne, you got Bucky Irvin. A lot of those guys are going to be gone. So by that time, yeah, now you're the one loading it up on all the receivers. You got to know how to play the draft board in your favor too, man. Like the way you pick can shift the entire landscape of the draft. Leaning, T, Ladd, and Mika, Devontae, Jalen Waddle. Let's see. You might not get him, Mika. He's being very well advertised in training camp. So him and Devontae Adams are being very well advertised. We're not seeing much come out of Jalen Waddle, which is good. There's no radar. So he is definitely the one that should be on your radar. And T. Higgins should be on your radar as well. Who should I grab in rounds 3, 4? So if you're in 3, 4 in a 12-team league, right? If you already have 2 running backs with your first 2 picks, if you decide to go receiver, I would do Tutorial McMillan. and Mika, if you can get him, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson. There's a slew. Jalen Waddle. But again, you also have Kyron Williams that's available for you for a third running back. Now, you can go running back, receiver, running back, or you can go running back, receiver, receiver. You will miss out on Kyron Williams, though, just letting you know. Or you can go running back, receiver, quarterback, because available at quarterback, you got Drake May, you've got Patrick Mahomes, you've got Jalen Hurst, you've got Jaden Daniels, you've got missing one, Joe Burrow. So you've got some really good picks, third and fourth round, if it's not running backs. So if you want to, again, receiver, quarterback is another route I would go if I already have my two running backs. And again, you're only taking Kyron Williams if you are being greedy for three running backs in the draft. That's the only reason why you're doing that. Devontae Smith, not Adams. I'm not touching Devontae Smith. No. I'm touching Devontae Adams. I'm watching in training camp. This guy's catching no-look passes from his quarterback in the red zone. I don't think people understand how highly volatile that's going to be for this team. As it pertains to Devontae Smith, again, he is dealing with a hamstring. And where is he at in his career? And you're dealing with a hamstring now and in training camp? I'm okay. I'm very, very, very well okay. He's going to be the new number one wide receiver. At any time of his career, have you ever seen Devontae Smith handle the rock consistently as a number one? Okay. Javonte Williams. Yeah. Now, that's another one I haven't spoken on. Javonte Williams for the Cowboys. If he's available, that's another steal. He has been great for this team. And again, with the way that where they are going, where the Cowboys are going, he is going to fit in just well, leading them into the playoffs this year, if it's them that's going to get there. Again, it's either them or Washington that I have fighting for first place. All right, guys. So that was a wonderful show for today. Now, I have to take my son to a basketball thing. It's a basketball showcase this weekend. I will be back Sunday, so we should be good to go next week for our next 100 ranked players. We're going to be ranking players 201 to 300. And I'll fix the last few of 5 that I ended up doubling. Again, it was late last night. I was tired. So we will get that going. So then now, when we get into these next 100 players, what we are looking at benches. We're looking at possibly defenses and looking at what's going into the waiver wire that we can pick up later. So it's going to be a little different. And kickers. So we have kickers, more tight ends, defenses coming in on these next 100 players. So stay tuned for that, and that will be next week. Let's see. Ladd and Jalen Waddle is if we. We're gonna keep our eye on Ladd. I'm gonna do some more digging on. I like Jalen, but I'm gonna do some more digging on Ladd. If I can get you another receiver, we go there. I like why everybody likes Ladd McConkey, but again, everything on this team looks shiny. Everything that shines ain't gold. All right, running back, receiver. Okay, I like that. I like it because again, we still got lots of quarterbacks down in this round 6, 7, and 8. So. If rounds 3 and 4, we're looking at running back, or if you were looking at receiver, I like that because now you're getting two number 2s that will be your number 1, but you're getting them at higher value. So yeah, they're basically going to play like number 1s for you every week. All right, guys, I thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we'll see you guys next week. Coach loves you. I'm out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.